Hello everyone and welcome to another real estate video. This is Javier Vidana, the real estate YouTube guy here in Phoenix, Arizona, helping you accomplish your home goal. Perfect. Is that better? Sometimes I'm a little too high and like my head gets chopped off, so there you go. Well, happy Kingdom Hearts 3 release day. I don't know if any of you guys are excited, but I'm super pumped. I've been waiting for this game for a long time. Probably gonna get a new figure for the collection there. So anyways, other than Kingdom Hearts 3 day release day, today we're going to talk about something a little different. We're going to talk about the dreaded nightmare that most buyers have. And what nightmare is that, you say? Well, imagine this. You found the perfect house, everything went great, you move in, and as you're moving in, you're just so in love. Oh, a week later, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're just dripped in sweat. What's going on? You find out your AC broke. What do you do now? Well, in today's video, we're going to have a dialogue. Now, I'm just not going to tell you how to prevent that. We're going to talk a little more about the philosophy and the thoughts behind buying a house, how the condition of the house, how the inspection works, how the repairs work, and ultimately how to protect yourself and minimize that risk of this happening. Well, not necessarily minimizing that risk, but rather than having a backup plan or things in place to protect you from these things. And of course, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I make weekly real estate videos here on the channel. We're on path to be one of the biggest educational real estate channels here on YouTube, so join the family. I don't know the name of the family yet. I think it's the Home Goalers or the Home Goal Homies. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. If you have any suggestions, I'd appreciate them below. Buying any kind of home is always going to have a risk associated with it. It doesn't matter if you're buying a brand new build. Brand new builds, if you do a home inspection after it, there's always going to be little issues there. Regardless of where you are, where you live, you're going to have the risk of something happening. And a lot of people think that a successful escrow is when you buy a home that's in good condition with very little faults. As a matter of fact, that is probably, not the worst thing that can happen, but that's not the perfect thing, because if everything's working fine, then that means that something's going to break eventually. So then I guess a successful escrow isn't defined by the cleanliness or the perfection of the condition of the home, but rather the amount of steps you take to protect yourself from these risks. If you do all these right things, you're going to protect yourself regardless of what condition you bought the home. You're going to set yourself up for success when that inevitable. The point is, something's going to break eventually, and it's going to have to get fixed. First and foremost, let's have a conversation about the home inspection. The home inspection is not pass or fail. A home inspection is essentially something that you do to have a home inspector that's licensed with the state go and check and give you a checklist of everything that's up. As a result of the home inspection, you should have two different lists. A is a list that you potentially want your seller to repair for you, and that's something you deal during escrow with your agent. They'll coach you on what to do and negotiate on your behalf to get those things done. These are things you want done now so you don't have to worry about. The second list is going to be essentially your honey-do list, right? So these are the things that maybe they're not big enough for the seller to repair. Either way, these are things that you're aware of and that are wrong with the house and need to be repaired. And this can be minor stuff like, I don't know, the door kind of locks when you try to close it or something like that. So to prepare you better during your home inspection, prior to doing it, you should always sit down and just write down on the list, what are not necessarily your expertise, but what do you know how to repair? In my situation, I know nothing about plumbing, I know nothing about electrical, but I have a father who's worked in construction and hardware my whole life, so I know how to replace base, door locks, etc. So when I buy my home and either the locks aren't working or something, I'm not too worried about that. However, if there's a plumbing issue, even if it's a small leak, I have no knowledge on how to fix it, I'd rather have the seller take care of it. Everyone has a family member, an uncle, a father, whoever, that is pretty handy. If you write down what they can do and what they know how to do and repair, then you're gonna get yourself a nice solid list of things that aren't gonna concern you. So when you're applying that list to your home inspection, then you really kind of helps figure out what to ask the seller to repair. And when you do get that second list of things where things you have to get done, either it's going to be under that list of things you can do or your family can do, or it's going to be something you're going to have to hire out and take care of. So by having this second list of things that you are aware of that need to be repaired soon, you're mentally and financially preparing for anything that can come down the road. For example, let's say you're buying a home and the hot water heater is not working great. Well, it's working fine now, but it's going to break in the next year because it's older. Well, it needs to get taken care of, and maybe once you buy the house, you put $50 away every month, and maybe it breaks down and you finally 8 months later, and so that means you were able to save about enough to buy the water heater, and maybe you need to come up with a little additional for the labor. So you want to start preparing mentally and financially for the things that are going to break or that are not working and that way you're not too shocked by when it happens. Like I said earlier, guys, if everything's in perfect condition, you shouldn't just take it easy. That means something's gonna break soon. It's, for example, it's, you know, people have the saying where the safest time to fly is after an airplane crash, because the odds of it happening again are very less likely. So it's the same concept with something in the house breaking down. If everything's working fine, that means it's going to be your time soon. So it's better to prepare and at least have some knowledge of the things that are a little faulty and start preparing, or in your head at least, to fix that soon. There's a second layer of protection you can give yourself during the escrow process, and that's getting a home warranty. Now, home warranty isn't going to be the biggest protection against everything that could happen. As a matter of fact, I'm not too much of a fan of them, because they always like to, you know, be on your side during the escrow and beforehand, but when something breaks, they tend to, you know, fight you a little on it. So I always try to get a home warranty for my clients paid by the seller, or I recommend my buyers to buy them during escrow, because it's really another layer of protection. Home warranty is not your home insurance. Home insurance is something you have to do if you're getting a mortgage. Covers like serious stuff like fire, water, earthquakes, etc. Home warranties more or less cover everything inside. And essentially, if something was working fine and it breaks during your contract for your home warranty, you pay a service fee, and they'll go out and send a contractor to fix it for as less money as possible. And it can get tedious sometimes. They always find a way to not fix things. They always find loopholes in their contract to get it done. But most of the time, if your garbage disposal was working fine during the inspection and during escrow, and 2 months later it breaks and you got a home warranty, it will cover it. Sometimes for the major stuff like an AC or a roof issues, etc., they won't go and replace the roof or AC, but they'll go fix it so it's working at least. You shouldn't get a home warranty if your home inspector says, hey, this AC is going to break in the next year or the next month, and then get a home warranty and say, well, you're covered. Because home warranties sometimes after your home inspection, they're going to see, well, this isn't working, or they're going to see that it was an older unit already and they're not going to want to replace it. So once again, it's not an all protector, but it adds another comfort or another layer of protection in case you need it. Something else you can also do is when you hire a home inspector, some of them come with a level of insurance or warranty under them. Some home inspectors like to provide it's very, once again, very, you know, they always find a way not to do things, but some home inspectors find they have a warranty attached to their work, meaning if they forget to find something, or because of they say something's working and stops working, there's another level of warranty that's covered under them. So with the home warranty in place, plus your inspector having some kind of home warranty, you kind of have that double layer of protection. Now, these home inspectors typically charge a little more, so be careful. And finally, guys, it's the reality of the situation. When you're a homeowner, things are going to break down. It's better to prepare for things than rather not to be prepared. So even if everything is fine, like I've said multiple times in this video, have a little savings account for repairs. It doesn't matter if you put $20 aside a week, maybe 5% of your paycheck every week, put it in a piggy bank, put it in a savings account, and have that for your home repair. If you had a rental where you were renting it out, you're making a decent chunk of money, you would naturally put maybe 20% of your profit or 20% of what you're getting from the rent, and you would put it aside on a different account. And that money would not be used unless there was something that breaks. Because if you have a rental and the AC breaks, you have to fix it right away, right? So it's the same concept. Your home is your own personal investment, and you should treat it that way. So if you're putting money aside for, even if you don't end up using it, that's fine. Put it aside, and if anything breaks, you're prepared, your family's prepared. You don't have to wait months for something to get replaced. It's ready to go and ready to get going. You should also ahead of time have a list of contractors to set up. Now, my recommendation for contractors is don't just go for the first person on the phone book. You want to find a company who is not too big and massive that they lost their core values and they're just all about churning money and getting commissions. And also, you don't want to hire someone who's unlicensed and doesn't have the layer of protection with their work. So I mean, I guess you can if you're in a pinch, but the best people to find are in the middle. Someone who isn't too big yet. They have a company, but maybe it's just them and an employee, or maybe it's just them running the show. They did the right steps to have a lot of contractor's license. Maybe they have a little insurance or warranty under their work, but just someone who is you can tell that they're in the beginning phase, or maybe they're already established, but they don't want to grow any bigger. Someone who has their core values in line and they're not too massive and they're passionate about their job. I know it seems rare, but they're out there, trust me. So don't start researching for AC techs once your AC breaks. After you move in, maybe a week or two later, take some time to start researching names. If you're out and about and a friend happens to mention that they just fixed their water heater and they found this really great guy, That's my son. A lot of people just go, oh yeah, cool. Well, it doesn't matter if your water heater is broken or not. Get that number. Great, thanks. Call that plumber the next day. Hey, just want to let you know my name is John. I bought a house recently. I don't have any issues right now, but my friend said nothing but great things about you. I just want to introduce myself, right? So you want to do that because you want to have those people ready to go. You want to have your list of contractors ready in case something happens. Because I'll tell you what, if you're in the middle of the night or something, you just find out something broke and you're out there on Craigslist, you're out there on Facebook, you're on Googling trying to find the right company, you're going to make a haste decision and not hire the right person, and that's why people put themselves in a bad spot. All right, guys, so that's all the time we have for today. So once again, the beauty of being a homeowner is you have to deal with these problems. It's really nice to not worry about them when you're renting, but I mean, this is part of the thing of owning a home. So prepare yourself mentally and financially, and of course during your escrow, protect yourself with layers of protection like a home warranty, or maybe using a home inspector with a level home warranty, doing your home inspection in a way where you're educating yourself on understanding not only the repairs the sellers are going to do, but the flaws that and that the home may have. That way you prepare yourself for all this stuff, and when the issue does come up, hopefully you're prepared with the right contractor in hand, or you've already kind of done some research on what to do to get it done. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video really helps you. If you happen to be looking for a home in the Phoenix, Arizona area, I'm your guy. My contact information can be found below. And if you happen to be in another state and you're looking for a realtor, once again, I will let you know there's a program that I'm going to be releasing soon where I'm going to be able to not only, if I don't know a realtor in your area, but if you're in a specific area I've never referred to, I can use this service to have 2 or 3 agents call me, and I get to interview them and then refer them to you so I can find the right one for you. So that's coming out soon, guys. Just be a little patient with me. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much, and make it a wonderful Kingdom Hearts 3 release day.